Biggest football week of the year. So let's talk hoops. Let's talk hoops and puck instead. Reason we're leading with that one is we are going to be doing a whole bunch of football stuff this week, but we are going to be doing a whole bunch of football stuff with Pete this afternoon already. So we'll save those Nez Nuggets. We'll save that Numi spreadsheet. We're going to save all that good stuff for 3:45, 4 p.m. ish Eastern on his channel, and we'll focus on all the other stuff that's going on the site today and dive into the hoop streets. How's the weekend, gents? We had a couple brigade winners this weekend. Shout out to Chip. Shout out to Sam Olson doing the big wins this weekend. Love to see it.
I missed the Chip dub. I didn't see that. I must not have played that week.
He took it. He took the full main one down for 5K.
No shit.
Yeah,
okay,
Saturday night or something like that. Yeah.
Let's go. I wasn't in there, so that must have been good luck for him, I guess.
Yeah, you love to see it. GMs, everybody in the chat. Big hoops slate tonight. Fun one.
Super
been
fun.
In there. Yeah, been in there a little bit, mixing it up. Couple Q tags right at the top that we'll talk through. But fun slate to draft so far. What's good with you guys? How was the weekend? You guys get anything fun?
Pretty low key, man. It was nice to, there wasn't a whole lot of like sports going on. So I did a lot of like baseball deep dives, did some like, did some fan graph sorting, looked at some players, listened to a lot of pods. So just like preparing for baseball, did some drafts, watched some movies. So just had like a nice break from football. Like I am very excited for the Super Bowl. Killer matchup. Gonna be an awesome game. Really just enjoying like the little time away that I had from football. So excited to talk with Pete later today about some Super Bowl stuff. But yeah, no, it's been a nice little like break from football. Yeah. How about you, Numi? What's good with you over there? You staying warm?
Yeah, it's warmed up a bit, so that's been nice. But yeah, we had a little dinner with the in-laws yesterday. So I did that as all of a sudden I come back to all of the nonsense like that's going on with that slate as I preloaded like literally like 75 lineups drafted in the morning. She's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, if I'm going to be busy in the afternoon, just give me this morning. So I'm going to go.
Yep. Yeah. You got to bargain with the draft. With the drafting.
I give you every single day, every single minute. So, and she could have responded with that. No, I come back to that nonsense of that slate, but yeah, just, had a good weekend, hung out. Everything's going well, slowly warming up here, which is nice.
Good.
We're into like the high 20s. So it's looking nice. Open the windows, shorts weather.
That's below zero for you, John. If you didn't know, that's still below zero.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. No, yeah, right now,
gross.
I got an update from my weather app. It's like it's warming up in areas near you, and I checked, and yeah, 30.
We almost went golfing on Sunday. We decided not to.
We have a snowstorm possible. Apparently, we have a winter storm watch. So,
for God's sake,
oh
Numi.
my God, yo, Numi, I got a lesson for you here. This is a little nugget this is a Nez nugget, but from John. I used to say all the time when I was playing poker and stuff like that, or when I'm drafting or I'm doing things like this magnitude, I'll say, you can either have 50% of my attention 100% of the time, or you can have 100% of my attention 50% of the time. That's what I would say. I would always say that. And like whenever I was doing something, like grinding on the computer, and she's like, blah, 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 trying to talk to me or something like that, I'm like, yo, 100% later. Right, like just
that's what we get. Yeah, we're getting into making the dinners now, and she's in busy season, so I'm trying to do that and like doing, and so we'll watch the shows. Like I said, we're rewatching a Criminal Minds binge, so we're restarting that, and like we have that to look forward to. So yeah, we get that time, but she knows she'll literally just look and she'll come up to me like, oh you drafted, and she'll hear the she's for the first like 6 months the when I'm on the clock and it's going down, she'd be like, what is, and she'd be freaking out because she thought it was
Oh
her
my
work.
gosh.
And
Yeah.
now she'll just be like, "Can you pick? Like you're on the like, she'll be like, you're on the clock. Like I can hear
You've
it."
done 70 of these. How don't you know you want Christian Wood? Just take them.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious.
Oh man,
That's
beautiful
hilarious.
segue, Nez.
No,
Beautiful segue. Yeah, it's the one thing I'll say about that though is it's certainly not GTO to have the buzzer on. You got to put your phone on dead ass silent. It's not GTO to have the buzz down in your hands. Like that when you're on the clock. No.
No, that definitely, like, you're guaranteed to make a minus EV pick when you've got the
100%.
buzz going.
Is
It's
that a
just
thing?
like,
Like I feel like it helps me. All right, well I'll have to. Is that a thing I turn off? Like
Try
Underdog
it.
vibrations or something?
No, you
it
just turn
doesn't
off
matter.
your own
As soon
on
as
your
soon as you're
phone
sub
setting.
10 seconds, the pick's the dust. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But haptics or not, man, you're
So you're
screwed.
saying I just turn off vibrations on my phone in general.
Yeah.
Not just, okay.
I'm saying
that's
Yeah.
That's
like
Yeah.
you're saying,
Whatever
okay.
this word is.
haptics.
Okay, I feel you.
Like you remember? Let me put it to you this way, John. You remember you playing your N64, you're playing Banjo Kazooie, and you got the Rumble Pack in your N64. That's haptics.
There we go.
the
We got to
Rumble
take
Pack.
that Rumble Pack out.
You take that out. People that vibrations on like first person shooters, they can't be trusted.
Yeah,
You're sitting there trying to aim or whatever, and you
yeah, it's trash.
Oh man. Yeah, so I mean we could let's start with the trade first off.
Oh yeah,
right?
let's talk about it.
Yeah, like Dinwiddie and
DFS.
Dorian Finney-Smith, yeah, going the other
Unprotected
way,
first.
plus a first, yeah, protected
Unprotected.
first and a second for Kyrie. I mean,
and Markieff.
what
Can't
do we
forget about
think, man?
Markieff Morris.
Oh yeah, 1 year contract of Markieff.
Keith is in there. I didn't even know Keith.
Yeah, he got added on
Yeah.
there later. They're like, yeah, well, we need to take Keith for us. They're like, all right,
Sure.
Yeah.
he won't play, or we'll probably cut him. But
Yeah, so basically what that's done, I mean, I want your guys' thoughts on the trade in general, but what's that's done to this slate is both Brooklyn and Dallas are playing tonight, and Luka has already been ruled out. So it's just created this whirlwind of like perceived value or potential value, but we have no idea who, what, when is going to be playing, because that value would be Christian Wood. And I'm not 100% sure he's playing tonight, but I've been aping in pretty hard.
so real quick about Wood is he did play 5 on. I mean, for what it's, you know what I mean. It's with a sore thumb. That's the one thing that about the injury. It's a hand injury. I don't know if it's a shooting or not. I didn't look into that, but like that's a little bit worrisome. But he did do a full 5-on-5 practice, like at full speed, and then like did whatever and said that like he's ready to go and play. Like that was his quote. So
It's good enough for me.
But at the price of a late, literally an end 5th, 6th in this draft, like I'll smash
he's been
it
going
and get-
up now. He's been going up from there.
Oh.
But
I just had him in the
you can
5th
still
a
get
couple
it.
times.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going in the 5th quite a bit still, from at least in mine. I've noticed him, and the 6th is kind of over with. But yeah, 5th round, I think he's still a smash, regardless. I mean, his ceiling is near
Anywhere you look, people have
Yeah.
him ranked like top 15.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And there's other plays that open up in that team in a certain player that I like as well. Just in general, if Wood's out, that he'll just be hucking. We'll get into that later, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. So, what
But-
were you guys' knee jerk on the trade? You guys like it? Do you guys?
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it, man. I do.
I just
do.
like big trades, man. Like I mean that's what we all like, right? We like it moving. Like it. So as much as Kyrie's, Kyrie, I like him for a basketball player, for a human. He's
It's
a difficult
complicated.
person. He's complicated and difficult to root for at times, but like to each his own. But when he literally comes out and you look into it, and it is they're competing for a title. They're very well in the mix still, and he comes in. He's like, hey, like I'm gonna leave at the end of the year. So he didn't act like he did say I want to trade, but he's like I'm gonna leave. So I would trade me so you get value. Otherwise, I'm leaving at the end of this year and you're getting nothing. So it's like it's still Kyrie. It's like you come in, your team is competing for a championship, and you just go out. Like at one point, we're the 1 seed earlier on. Like you were really viable until KD, and all of a sudden, like no, I'm gone. So I get that. Like that's just we don't have to get into that.
They're in teardown mode now. Like KD I don't
Yeah,
think
it
KD.
depends what they do. I mean, okay, so that's what the thing is. When I looked into like the deep, and I heard like the guys talk about like just the initial reactions is the defense in Dallas is non-existent even more now. They took away their best defender, which was a wing defender in DFS.
Yeah.
Like that's what he is, a 3-and-D player, and he fits.
Mhm.
He's the type of player that I like because like he's not going to be a great player on his own, but you put him on a team where he can excel and doesn't have to do much and play that role, and all of a sudden he becomes a great player, a fantastic player, like a superstar for that team specifically. Like he's a Draymond type of PJ Tucker. So like you take him off that, and all of a sudden you put Kyrie on there, and then you lose Spencer, and that whole dynamic with Brooklyn, like it's going to be really fun to watch.
It will be fun to watch.
I saw something funny. It was like, if you think about it, like if you squint, basically like Luka is basically like LeBron, right? At this point. So it kind of happened, and Luka or Kyrie's playing with a version of LeBron. So let's see how this works. Like
Exactly.
he's kind of done it before, and he knows how to play that role. So I think
Mhm.
people are overreacting to the point where the ball handling dominant as much as he is. Like he's had to do that in the last month with KD down. Like don't get me wrong, the defense is going to be terrible. Like there's 2 non-defensive guards that it's going to be tough. But
the defense sucks, but there's still time for them to make one more move that I think could potentially.
They're still a
put
move
them
away.
Yeah, right
and
now.
that move's
right now,
wing side defender, right? That move is wing side defender.
It's something defender, and they don't need a big. You don't need a big like Christian Wood. Like you know what I mean. Christian Wood's been playing better defensively, but he's not known for that. So like, and the thing about the West and why they did it is, I think seeds 4 through like 11 or 12 are within like 3.5 to 4 games of each other. Like that's 10 plus teams that are literally within 4 games of the 4 seed. Like this is it is incredibly close and tight. Like the T-Wolves are the 8 seed or 7 seed, but they're 2 wins or 2 back of the 4. So or something like that. It's or the 3 or it's very close and competitive. So like that's kind of why they did. And like, so, I mean, as a fan, like thing, it's going to be really fun.
The thing for me is like a lot of people I saw said, sorry, just real quick. People said like they didn't like the trade. They said the trade was bad. And like, I that's where I just like disagree. I think the Mavericks, like, like the defense was already bad. You lose your best defender. Yeah. But like what Kyrie gives to this team is major. Like they literally had no, like Dinwiddie.
Exactly.
Like if Dinwiddie's like your second scorer, like I'm sorry, that's absolutely not gonna cut it. But
we're not saying we're all here. We're saying like this move isn't a be all end all. Like do it, but like and I think so. It's tough because I think in Brooklyn spot you got a pretty good haul for the position you're in. You basically get like a light version of Kyrie and Spencer Dinwiddie. You get your 3-and-D helper there. Like they did what they could do for a team that's still trying to be competitive, but knowing what's coming and trying to kick something down the road in that 2029 first round pick. So like they did what they could in their what they could. And then Dallas, like I'm all for
2020. I didn't even realize the first was 2029.
I thought it was
talking
2029.
about 6 fucking years from now. They got it first.
It's far away. I can get the actual. I'll look it up, but someone
like,
can.
Why would
how's that legal?
But
that's just goes to show you like Kyrie's like
and then you get, but like I'm all for consolidating like players to get that superstar. Like you know what I mean? They packaged guys and got a clear better player. Now how it fit all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like
Hope's saying exactly that, right? Like she already got tickets because of this deal, right? Like that's what they're looking at.
As a basketball player, Kyrie is like literally one of my all-time favorite players. He's just like his game is beautiful.
He's so much fun to
I'm
watch.
excited to get to some Mavs games and watch him play.
Dude, we've seen Kyrie adapt and play with a LeBron James, with a Kevin Durant.
He's playing really good ball this year. Like he's like he has more effort defensively. Like I really feel like he's
now if you're grading the trade for short term versus long term, I think that's totally different, and that's totally 2 different things to grade because will he stay there? Now that totally doesn't matter. But like in terms of this year, I think it's pretty good and trying to like with what they had, and they flipped some pretty nice things. And like if you're gonna have Luka, you don't think you're gonna need a 2029 first round pick. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the thought. So yeah, but in terms of later, if he doesn't sign, you just basically gave up nothing. And if you don't win it, so yeah, it's just one of those. They're trying to.
It's a classic
capitalize.
win now. Grab a star, capitalize. you look back in 5 years, if they make a run this year because of having Kyrie, and nobody fucking remembers that it was Spencer Dinwiddie and DFS that went the other way, right? It's
Yeah, dude,
just like,
it's gonna be really fun. Like just in
oh,
general, like it's gonna make the playoffs and everything even more fun having
for
at
sure.
least someone there that's not just Luka. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
at least it's not just at least it's Luka and Kyrie, and then like we got Christian Wood there, but like at least it's not just Luka.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's talk about the slate. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna go into capology on the rest of that shit. I mean, it's just gonna be fun as hell to have Kyrie on the same floor as Luka and see what it looks like. That's the bro science take. That's the takeaway there.
We just like big
Yeah,
trades.
I mean,
for a trade deadline that I don't think was going to get that many big trades, because a lot of like I said, a lot of teams are vying for. So like I don't know what's.
I think
teams
OG
are vying
is the
for
big domino right now, and
like
that's
that's
not
the
like
thing.
a crazy
That was the
name.
thing. I agree, and that wasn't a superstar in my mind, in your guys' mind. Like, but so we got that bigger piece than ever we were all expecting. Like you have these teams that are tanking that don't want to give up stuff. Or like give up anything, and then you have a lot of teams in contention, and then these middling teams that are like, So it's like it's a weird times around. It's going to be a lot of role players and kind of money grabbing, and it's going to be a weird deadline. I think.
Yeah, today's slate. A couple back-to-backs right off the top. We have Cleveland and Sacramento on back-to-backs. Sacramento's kind of weird. De'Aaron Fox didn't play last night, and they got their doors blown off. So like Sabonis only played like 20 something minutes. So I'm not overly concerned about the back-to-back from Sacramento slide. Cleveland, they had no LeVert again. Jared Allen played some nice ball for a half, and that was about it. And then that team, man, it's just so spread out every single night. Like, I mean, Mitchell every single night.
He's been just tough. Like just his true shooting and everything has been down. And like I forget, was it Carlos or someone put in the chat, like do the Cavs even understand they have Donovan Mitchell? Like he gets the ball one every 5 possessions, and I'm watching that. I'm just like, is he out? I'm like, is he there? Like that's him, right? Like that's Donovan. And he gets it, and then he just chucks it up and misses. I'm like, well, he's not gonna get it back for another 3 minutes. This is tough.
Yeah, it's a tough team to watch because they play slow. They are very defensive minded. They have 2 very good bigs on the interior on both sides of the court. And then they have 2 ball handling guards who neither are incredible shooters, but they're both great with the ball in their hands. It feels like the rich man's version of Atlanta. Like,
they are 30th in pace and 1st in defense. It is not fun for fantasy.
It's not fantasy friendly now.
Like the thing you can kind of do if you get a projections or anything, and you're like, why is this guy not popping that much? Or like, why is this guy like not like, you know what I mean? Like, and I guess you can look at Sabonis and ADP, but you look at Porzingis, but you look at anything and it's like, oh, they're literally just getting the Cleveland kind of bump down, where it's like they're just less possessions, less fantasy points, the hardest defense in the league, you know what I mean? So it's not ideal. And then you get this Washington team that's in flux already with Kuzma out, Beal questionable. So it's like, what are we going to get there? This matchup is they're always just like a slog.
Yeah. The rest of the slate, the Brooklyn side, we talked about the biggest decision points are going to be in that Brooklyn and with Dallas in who we get in and who we get playing minutes. I'm on the fence where I think the Dallas guys going to Brooklyn don't play tonight.
They're not. They're already ruled out. Dinwiddie and
now they're
ruled
out. Okay, they weren't ruled out last night, and I saw people still taking them late there. So, I mean, that's going to do a lot to boost Claxton.
They won't have them available yet, is what they said. So.
Okay. But yeah, and we get so we'll get a boost to Claxton. I think will be like the biggest beneficiary, and then Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas, baby. Oh Cam Thomas? Put some mother effing respect on Cam
here's
Thomas.
What I want to say about your Cam Thomas thing. Cam Thomas scored 44 real points in 29 minutes off the bench.
Yep.
Emden Sumner started and played 39 minutes. So if Cam Thomas doesn't put up 44 points or put up half of those, like legitimately, I think he put up 44 and then some other peripherals, like a small ones, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like 5, 3, 4, or something. 5, 3.
I'm not saying like if Cam Thomas starts and gets like the higher minutes, that's the guy to go to. But if Cam Thomas does not start and he gets and he gets out minute by 10 minutes again, like I'll chalk that up to RNG variance, and I'll go with the guy that's not being drafted.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like Cam Thomas, I'm going to have nothing in ADP at the moment. 25 and a half, like 25 and a half ADP for a guy that, it's going to be very tough click for me at the moment. I'm going to need to hopefully get this starting lineup like early or get a feel for what they're doing. I don't know. And it's going to be all speculation to kind of see what the industry is, because like you look at Cam Thomas, who's 25 and a half ADP versus Emden Sumner, who's free, like literally 35.7. Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah, good point. I think one of the other interesting, I was just going to say, from a storyline standpoint was like Steph Curry hurting his knee this weekend. And that really opens things up fantasy wise for the next month or so in Golden State.
People are asking me if I'm bringing my trunks tonight. They're asking me if I'm going to be packing my sunscreen, my goggles, my snorkel. Should I be packing it?
OKC's coming to town with no Steph? Oh, it's a pool party.
It's a pool party.
And everybody's invited. Clay's invited. Draymond's invited. Wiggins is invited. It's going down in Golden State.
It's a pool party, baby.
Things are going to be opened up now from a fantasy standpoint there. So and with OKC, this is a really fun way to kick things off with the Stephless era there, which is a bummer. Let me just say that sucks.
For what it's worth, Kerr did say yesterday that Poole will start in Curry's absence. So that was stated already that they will go back to that combo. Any other stuff macro view here? The Chicago guys have some Q tags right now because front end of back-to-back. Brooklyn, though there might be some value opening up there, is the lowest total on the slate. So it does get kind of gross. The Chicago stuff is noteworthy mainly because it's the highest total on the slate. So, or highest team total, not game total. So it's kind of interesting here, just in terms of the dynamics of the slate. But I'm a little worrisome about Clippers going to Brooklyn and then having a depleted Brooklyn team waiting for them. Just with the way in which they operate in terms of rest for the old boys.
The good thing is we'll get it soon. We'll likely get it early if we get any of that tomfoolery that the Clippers will bring upon us. So, I'm already having PTSD of the slate starting and lock, and then literally a minute after, Paul George ruled out dizziness. So that's already not even illness, just strictly put
vertigo.
Dizziness. And I'm just like, alrighty then.
So are you not taking any Kawhi Leonard right now?
Oh no, I am. I'm being very cautious where I'm not going balls to the walls. Like, because you look at these teams and it's kind of like another macro thing I wanted to bring up was just Fox was doubtful with a personal, wasn't even an injury. So he could theoretically come back and just play and ready to go, good to go. Yeah. And it's a great matchup. So I will say I have been working him in, and even if he is out, the swap options and getting everything with what's going on, I really enjoy getting just Q tags at the back end of this. And if they play, I still think they're good. And if they're out, there's people that are going to move up. But what I wanted to say was, we have some pretty big margins in terms of like the spread, and that's Boston in Detroit as like favorites, 11-point favorites in Detroit.
Wow.
So that's Detroit's got a nice lofty total thanks to Boston in the 231. You have the Bulls, who are 8 or 9.5 point favorites at home against the Spurs. You also have the DeMar DeRozan played for the Spurs a little bit narrative. I don't know what you can run with that for what you will. I don't know. It's not his squad. I
think the front end of drafts. Yeah, I think the front end of drafts are pretty clear cut at the moment. I think ADP is pretty efficient today. I do like Dame over Tatum for exactly what you are saying right now, Numi, where I do think that the most inherent blowout risk on this slate is the Celtics. So I kind of have been favoring a little bit of that Dame over Tatum, but I don't know. But you got to mix and match both, I'd imagine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been going heavier over Dame specifically for the fact that it's the highest total game. It's one of the closest of like that game. It was only the Bucks only 5-point favorites. They're in Portland, you know what I mean? So yeah, I like
Dame
that a
has
lot.
been balling too.
Yeah, Dame's
He's
been balling. So I like that. Like that's what I was gonna roll with. Was I like the targeting that. The one thing that I will say, if you look at like the Utah Jazz are 9.5-point favorites in at home against Dallas. Another thing too, which is just crazy because they're Luka Doncic list and all that. So I think that might swing a little bit if Wood's in. It won't be that much, maybe like a point or two, like a point or point and a half. But
Yep.
So
we get the Paul George decision here. I have half a mind right now to just start thrusting up guys like this.
So I think we do Lowry if we're gonna do one of these guys. We take Markkanen.
Big ass shotgun.
Yeah,
looked like Larry Markkinen. I saw you tweet it. I saw you finally got to hear it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you got to hear it.
I still like PG, and I still think you work them in a portfolio that you do. Yeah, here I would honestly, it would be for me. It would be for me, Zach LaVine. Yeah, it'd be Zach LaVine, Poole, or Clack. One of the two. Claxton.
We
got our suntan lotion. We are going. We are ready, Numi. We got my water wings. I got the water wings. I can smell the barbecue from here. No glass by the pool, so we got red Solo cups filled to the brim on the side. It's a fun pool party tonight. We are having a pool party tonight.
No glass around the pool. That's a veteran move.
That's a man who's been around he's been around the streets a little bit there.
But
hey,
yeah,
remember this about the pool party,
like
guys.
up there.
Remember this about the pool party. Every man can look good, waist up in a pool.
Facts.
That's
facts. But I gotta show the quads. So I'm standing out. I'm standing up out of the pool. Numi, I want to get your thoughts real quick on the Mavericks. I know everybody knows about Christian Wood. Are you considering a little THJ, a little Tim Hardaway Jr. Against
that was my guy. That was my guy. I kind of buried the lead off the thing, which I have a guy that if Christian Wood's out, I think the sample isn't big enough to work with. Chad will probably come in here and be like, "Oh, actually, here you go." But like with all of these guys off the court now, when you don't have Dinwiddie, DFS, you wouldn't have Wood, you wouldn't have Luka. So I would just the sample wouldn't be good enough, and I would just say Tim's gonna chuck it. Like that's the guy that's just gonna chuck it. Like the Jazz aren't the typical matchup you would normally think they are. But yeah, that's the guy that I like a lot. That's going. I'm trying to find his ADP specifically.
Do you guys like De'Aaron Fox here, or do you like Christian Wood first?
I think we do Fox. I think that's a ceiling that's a guy that would be just a tier above if we just didn't have this uncertainty. And I think because he's only out 2 games and he plays the Rockets, where I want to make that right. Yeah, literally one.
Jalen Green, really good defender.
Yeah,
it's going to be a tough matchup.
The part of the 4 teams vying for the top 3 best odds in the tank for Victor stakes. I didn't want to say Vic to trigger anyone, but yeah, so they're one of those 4 squads just literally doing all they can to lose. So they're just if Fox comes back, he could just knife through those guys playing there, and then I mean you still got so I'm trying to look here.
Fifth
I think we just
round
take Wood.
Christian. Oh, Numi, there was no discussion there, my friend.
It was happening.
This is pool party in the 3rd, Christian Wood in the 5th on repeat.
I know. I'm just trying to think of like I'm clicking it nonstop. I'm like 40 through, and like probably 75% of my lineups look like this, and I'm just trying to be like, all right, what am I just clicking wrong, looking projections that like it's just one. I'm just trying to like think of a portfolio thing. But yeah, if we're just doing one draft, like drafting on stream, you got to take these guys. Like
there's certain nights where we just get hyper exploitative, and this one that many are saying I got Wood, Many
So
are saying.
when I look at my sheet that I make and I see someone that has I rank them out and then I get per their ADP, and their difference between their rank and ADP is like negative 18.5, which means that's like they're ranked 11 versus 29. Like that's the highest I've seen in a while. So it's like, yeah, I want to just get as much Christian Wood as I possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Another
today's
name.
Michael Porter Jr.
Another name that's really fun that I've just been taking all the time, because if he plays, there's no one there, and it's going to be him hucking it by himself playing. Or he sits and you get swap options is, well, let's wait here. It's probably gave it away as he's the only Q guy on the screen, but it's Keldon.
Yeah. I saw you take him a little early in a draft we were in, Numi. You were pretty excited about Keldon Johnson earlier.
What round? Because I was doing so many, and all of a sudden
I think you took him in the 5th.
Yeah, it was probably the back end because he was just there. I have them ranked there to show that they're ranked higher, but then I have the guys closer in ADP, and then I'll just kind of like bypass it. But like,
do you think Simmons plays tonight?
I have no idea. And like, do you even want Ben Simmons against that team and who's not going to shoot the ball?
I don't know. Yeah.
I
don't know.
I'm out on Ben Simmons, especially with no superstar that like Ben Simmons is not the guy when all the guys go away that just soaks everything up and becomes that. Like if anything, his assist percentage goes up and he's playing with worse guys. So yeah, especially against that, I'm not even, I mean, yeah, maybe he's the swap option. Maybe if I don't think he's going to play, that's actually, but like, I'd rather take the guys that I think if they play, they're going to be full go and have a chance versus Ben Simmons. I'm on but he's turning into the Never Simmons. Yeah. He's just turning into like,
yeah, tough. Absolutely.
It's a 3-game slate and he's there in the 5th and 6th still, then all of a sudden I'm going to have 80% Ben Simmons because his ceiling just is better than the other. But like, no. Not on tonight.
Nick brings up a sentiment which I am fully on board with, is I never click on Giddey's name. We have talked about this so many times. I never click on his name.
I know.
But
his ceiling will always be hampered by SGA. Like he'll never be able to get the ceiling because you can never fully give of what he does on the court, because it's like, okay, like cool, he's been doing that. Small sample, like you said, like recently he's been balling. So like models don't try and just go recently. They try, they try and pull in a little, but they wait that, you know what I mean? So it's like, then you look at SGA and he's still doing what he's doing. And it's like, we're just going to like not give Giddey what he has been doing, because it's just, I think if you look in the terms of that, like I like him, but looking at, they're never going to give him the ceiling that he is, but like he's one of the guys that can outproduce his ceiling so easy in a matchup that's.
But usually it comes through his stocks. Exactly. Do you guys like Tatum here or Sabonis? I don't really care.
I think we take Tatum.
Okay. Tatum feels nice when you get him at 4. This is kind of how I like the the ADP board to fall to me. I don't know. Sabonis feels nice, but Sengun's tough. So, I mean, Sabonis will probably still get a double-double, but
I don't think he's like it's that big of a matchup deterrent for me. I think Houston's just so bad in itself that if you get any at time of the floor where Sengun's not on it, then it's I don't even think that matchup is different. And then when you take him off, he'll just eat regardless.
For me, DeMar feels good here. Second highest team total on the slate. We talk about all the time how Chicago, we can never pick between the big 3 whose night it's going to be, but DeMar does feel nice. Little revenge narrative, hitting mid-range jumpers all over Pop's face. I'm about it. Yeah,
he feels really good tonight. But then again, like all these Bulls kind of feel really, really good. But but man, it does seem like a DeMar night.
Yeah. Many are talking about the Vooch Cav narrative, though. I don't know if you guys
It's been all the rage.
Trying to think like, wait, they're not playing the Cavs? Like what?
Cows. Things got a little
another interesting name that's just, I wonder what he gets in minutes wise. No, actually that's a bad shout. That's a bad shout.
Caught himself. Now you gotta share it. I didn't want to hear it before. I didn't really care before. Now that you said
this is a full court press pick.
Who?
This is a full court press pick. It's Kevin Looney, but that's just if he's. I'm looking at. I sorted it through fantasy points per minute, and that's why. So yeah, 22 minutes. He's not worth it at all in this. But yeah, Walker Kessler is someone that's
I have bad news, guys. We got to take the shotgun here because the pool party went in front of us already.
That's
the people
really
are
good value for him.
Yeah, I would
people
like.
are catching the steam on the pool party, though. I mean, people are packing their bags. They're getting their towels fluffed. I mean, people are getting ready for the pool party. When
They
he's
know.
going at 15, the people know.
Everybody's got their invites.
Secrets
Yeah.
out of the bag, man. Tiesto's going to be DJing in the back, I heard. Yeah, it's gonna be...
I can't do if it's going to be pick 15 Jordan Poole, then I might have to send my regrets to the RSVP listed on the invite. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, because
Oh,
like,
man.
who's to say it just Clay's just not? It's not Clay's
it's-
show. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
it's Clay's going to get his.
I think Holidays is if I knew Fox was in, I would take Fox here over Holiday, but I think Holiday is like a highest total on the slate. He's like kind of like a tier break for me.
Yeah, I would take Holiday even over Fox.
Yeah.
That game itself, I think, in a game that's more competitive, and I'm hoping, my thought is, okay, they're going to put Drew. Hopefully they put Drew on Dame, and that can lead to naturally maybe more stocks. That's the thought. It's not really that big of a thing, but yeah, I just like games that Drew. They're going to have them out there, and it's going to be more competitive, is my thought. Now, where all of a sudden it's going to be like in the end of the first, it's going to be 46-16 Milwaukee.
Right.
Because
I like what Chad just did there. I've been doing this one a little bit, and one of the lineups I included in the thumbnail was like this, where I do the Clay Wood at the 4-5 from the front of the draft board. I really like that.
Yeah, I like Clay a lot tonight.
He just feels like he's gonna put it up over and over. In that same vein, Draymond kind of popping in my bro science model right now. We talked up Walker Kessler. I just love Jared Allen, but I don't want to click his name.
I really like Jared Allen too.
Let's do Jared Allen. Yeah,
All right,
I'll just take that
And
when it comes there.
The Wiz are another team where it's just like anybody facing them, I get a little excited over.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that Beal plays to make it a little bit more competitive. Not that it really, not that it like and it shouldn't be, but yeah, it's only a 2.5 spread, so I think people are thinking Beal's gonna play. Like if I look
only
at
2.5,
yeah,
Only two. Hey, Draymond comes back. What do you guys think about Draymond to round this one
Yeah,
out? I kind of like
100%.
Draymond tonight.
100%.
yeah, that
You
feels
take
good.
that when you can.
So Draymond, I like Draymond. I like Grant. I like Kessler. Wiggins, you can paint the same narrative as the Draymond narrative. You can kind of paint the same thing. Keldon
Yeah.
Johnson, you already talked up. Sumner, get some starting minutes there. Tim Hardaway, why can't he be the guy, especially if Christian Wood all of a sudden doesn't go?
And what's up with Eric Gordon, man? Playing out of his mind lately.
Yeah.
Well,
Gordon's
there was
fun.
no. So there was no.
There was no Jalen Green. Green's back tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was back for OKC too. They rested that, but that was when OKC put up like 156 or something on them. Yeah, they put up a number on them.
Malik Monk.
Okay.
Let's rip one last hoops
We
draft
got news.
and then do a little puck skis.
Keldon Johnson participated in shoot around. Trey Jones did not participate in shoot around. Ricky Rubio out, which I expected. And Karis LeVert is questionable. Usman assigned to the D League. Yeah, cool. Can't bring Draymond. Yeah, Draymond is a hard day not invited to the pool party. So
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's got to be one or the other,
it's not going to be the Draymond party. I mean, it's
could
tough. Yeah, I mean, he did. When I looked at yesterday and I saw it on the screen, all of a sudden it's like in the first quarter, Draymond 3 for 3 for 3-point field goals. I'm like, well, this is his run hot game for the year. Like, Christ.
What do you think about Gafford tonight? I mean, no Kuz there. Rotational backup minutes, I guess. I don't think they start both bigs, right?
Thought I thought they started Denny
Mm,
for
they do.
Kuz. Yeah,
They
so
do.
like they started Denny, but I don't know what they're gonna do with like Beal out. Like I don't know what they do and how the lineup goes. But
Yeah.
yeah, Gaff is technically in play as he's borderline right at that like if you're looking at ceiling kind of close to Beal that I have here. Like Gafford, yeah, is only like 42nd, so he's in a group that you could kind of mix in someone that benefits more. Yeah, so
They
they
have
have him
him as
projected.
the starting and
That's
Porzingis
right.
playing the 4.
Yeah, so I guess it matters for Beal for if Denny's out, but I thought last time they had Denny come in for Kuzma when he was out for that game, or it was when he came in in the middle of the game to start the second
There you
half.
go. They have been starting him beside him. Well,
Uh,
blows my knowledge out of the water.
Oh god.
And he's someone that always has like the stock upside too. And they're gonna need bigs when they're playing Cleveland. So that's something you got to think of too. Like
Yeah, that's a good point.
they're
He's gonna
going
get
against
minutes.
literally the two trees in there. So
That's true. Yeah.
and poor Kevin Love pouring out for our boy. He's just basically no longer in the Cavs rotation. Been on the team for the last 9 years, since 14, and he's just been phased out. They're like, sorry, Kevin.
Yeah. He doesn't really like when you kind of have a player like that who loses a step or loses a bit of athleticism like later in life. Like he's probably like an absolute incredible like guy just
Dude.
at the Y
Yeah.
where you could just like play a little pickup game with him every day and he ices every shot and he's got old man game, where he's like he doesn't have to be the fastest, he doesn't have to be whatever, he can still hit the 3, he can hit the mid range completely uncontested, but like when you go into an NBA game and you're running with that rotation, it's kind of like, where does he fit? Like, if he's just out there, he's just like a floating 3 as like the bench rotation, and he's like your 9th guy. Like, where does he fit now? Like, what does he
They don't
do?
need him when they have Dean Wade back.
Exactly.
Dean Wade is a bucket from 3. That man's shooting like 44 or something percent from 3. Like
that's wild.
Doing exactly what he needs to do for that team, which is just put the ball in the hoop.
I guess it's just DeMar again here. I do keep
you can sell me on the
gravitating to
Cavs
these.
narrative if you want. But yeah, I guess it's DeMar.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you could kind of flip a coin between those two in a good game environment, but I do think there is kind of like a tier break here too as well. I mean, Donovan Mitchell always has just like that potential, like that, like, what if it's the 71-point game in my mind? And I always fall victim to that and like click his name so much more than
this would be the matchup,
should.
would it not? This would be a better matchup for them. But then again, this would be just like a matchup again where everyone eats type of deal. They have too many cooks in the kitchen.
They do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's slowly
Mobley
becoming.
Yeah,
I don't get me wrong. I like them. I like like they all are fine clicks. That's all way I'll put it. Like they're all fine clicks. Like when they're there,
but they should all just be
at
80, 15 through 25. All 4 of them should go 15 through 25, and I want the one that has the biggest fall in that given draft.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Don't know. Like you could tell me each one of them has a great game, and I'd be like, yeah, right. I can see it. I don't know which one it's going to be. Good luck pinpointing it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's something that's interesting. Is like I broke stuff down in like point per minute, and like if you just look, things that give a slight edge. So like Vooch has a 1.69 point per minute to DeMar's 1.64. So like very slight, but like things like that you can kind of do. Like you go down in the rankings, and I have Walker Kessler, who's a 1.71 fantasy point per minute player. He's at 25 minutes. So if all of a sudden he falls into 5 extra minutes, like that's someone you most likely are going to need. Yeah, 1.69. Nice. You got that. But like it's just looking at things like that, like Robert Williams, 28 minutes projected, a 1.56 point per minute player. He falls into more and playing well. He outproduces that price tag.
Boys, my bags are packed.
Yeah, they're packed. We're going.
My bags are packed. I got my sunblock on.
Pick 15, no way, but pick 16 for me, maybe. Or are we
blocking out
the sun? Let's get the sunblock.
Let's get the sunblock. Let's get Claxton this time.
I think
Sunblock.
I love Claxton. I'm really struggling, man, with this Wizards spread. Like I'm really surprised that it's only 2 points against
I
Cleveland.
think it's because they think Beal's playing for sure, right?
It almost has to be.
Yeah.
And even if he does play, it's like, really? Like,
How much
really?
does he? How much does he? Yeah, I don't know. It's just a slog. Like I'm trying to.
You guys ready for this? Freezer is coming to the pool party right here. I'll bet
Oh,
my
you
life.
already know.
Snap, 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 snap,
Oh,
snap, snap. Oh, he's not coming to the pool party.
nope.
He's not coming.
He's not buying it, man.
Oh my goodness.
He's
I thought he was
going for
coming-
the
To
big.
be honest, I don't think Speedy wants to come. Nah,
I think he was.
Did he
coming,
milk the
I think
clock
s-
last time?
I think he's auto drafting. I think he's just
He
screwed
is.
up and taking the ADP
Oh, we
guy
love
every
that.
time.
Yeah, well, he's coming, but he's not going to RSVP, and they're not going to let him in the door. So
Yeah, can't put the pool in the freezer, man. You know.
That's funny.
Actually, good segue to the pool party with feed the freezer. Gets frozen over, sticks on ice. Puck next. We're doing puck
Yep.
next.
Yep.
Yep.
Beautiful.
ODR.
Beautiful segue.
Yeah. I think Holiday, it just feels good. It feels extra good in a Dame lineup. Like just kind of like, though there's not a ton of correlation, it feels better with a little bit of correlation that if he turns it over, at least maybe our guy got the steal, or
we're-
if they go to OT.
targeting the game where the more points are, Vegas says are more available. So
Yeah,
that makes sense.
perfect.
You know, we're in terms of correlation, we're doing it right.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like the Bulls, if they're playing the Cavs or someone low where it's like they have a lower total, it's like I'm not likely to want to get to two of them. But like when they
Right.
have the highest team total on the slate at near 125, like I'm fine with taking a DeMar and bringing it back with Levine or doing this vice versa with Vooch or something like that. So, yeah, it's just things like that. And like you look at that matchup, and yeah, I'm fine with taking two, if not three guys from the 242 game total.
Simons, to me, I'm not really like too excited on. I feel like that's a little bit of some box score
Yeah,
analysis
he broke
there.
broke the one slate, and now everybody's kind of
Yeah,
bust up his ADP the next two drafts.
yeah. To me, that's not anybody that like I'm really trying to get to.
He's just getting mins.
No
Like,
doubt.
He's just getting the minutes. Like he's getting incredible minutes. And then I'm trying to get his usage, but like I think it was also dependent too when Grant was down for a bit, but still like, oh, that's the Bucks. Yeah. So, I mean, again, at a 0.8, like 8-9 fantasy point per minute player, it's not great. It helps that he's getting all those minutes in the run nonstop. So, and then it helps that he's the second highest usage player on the team. So yeah, he just kind of needs to be that guy, and Dame doesn't. But yeah, he's still capped, I would say, by Dame. It just comes in like, does he end up putting a score that's better than any of those guys in the area? So I've mixed him in a few, I believe, but
Clay or Beal?
I think Clay.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, Jalen Green seems like a nice.
Chip, at least make Christian Wood your 5th round pick to help out the ADP and for the bid. Come on, bud. You know better.
Jalen Green didn't have an ADP last night. Like he was like pretty buried. I don't think people thought he was going to play. And now the Q tag's gone from his name. And now it's like he's all the way up at 27.
People saw 22 minutes and they thought minutes limit, but literally they got blown out of the gym. So
it just seems like a good matchup to me. I don't know, against Sacramento.
Yeah, 153, 121.
Is this for real?
Yeah, they just activated him and put Hardman on the IR officially.
Yeah.
All right. Picture this.
Are you, man? That's a whole nother thing. God damn it, man! This
Justin, it's Justin
goddamn
Watson's season.
It's gonna have to be.
I'm sorry. Hope got a Mahomes Kelsey team in that contest. I'm afraid to tell her that the piece you need is Justin Watson.
Who's gonna tell her? Who's gonna tell her?
Yeah, so I would either go, let's go
Walker Kessler.
Let's go Walker
Yeah.
or Keldon. So either one of the two.
Yeah, one of these two feels
I'm
nice
fine with
here.
Walker.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm
Yeah,
fine with getting
Kessler
Walker
feels
for 18 mins and 16 points as he has his floor.
like...
I can never get that guy right, man. He's my Fred VanVleet to you.
Yeah, right.
I
Never get it
didn't even
right.
know who Walker Kessler was until 2 weeks ago.
He was the guy. Yeah, he is part of the.
He's a
Gobert
poor man's
trade.
Vanderbilt, is what he is.
He's
Jared?
already better than Gobert and was traded with a plethora of picks and multiple other guys for just him.
Oh, so he was
crazy.
okay. So you knew him from he was in
It was
Minnesota.
it was the guy that we drafted, and then we sent him along with it. So it was Kessler, Vanderbilt, P-Bev. I'm missing one more. Beasley, and 4 first-round picks
smattering
for one stifle tower.
Worth it.
Let's do it. All right, we're jumping in the puck streets. Yo, the All-Star game this weekend, they did All-Star game and they did like a skills competition or something like that. And it was electric.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Yeah, I just watched the highlights. I didn't like watch it. But like, I don't know, it's pretty fun.
I really like their kits. The
white.
I mean both of the All-Star unis I thought were really slick. Big fan of both of them.
All right, guys, let's fucking go.
This is what everybody's been waiting for.
This is what the people have been. They want the update on Nez's model. I know you were running simulations over the All-Star break. You've had 4 days to prep.
Yep.
And what new inputs are in the model?
Well, we're loving Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes.
I like that.
But center's a little deep today, so you don't necessarily have to. It was awesome. Didn't want.
I watched the highlights. They have like All-Star game.
Didn't even watch it himself as a puck guy. Hilarious.
They had All-Star game in 30. So they had like the rewatch of it all, and I watched that last night. So you see the skill contest in 30. They played golf, but with like hockey sticks, like Happy Gilmore style. So they went to like a course in Florida, and then they did like did dunk tank with like shots. Like, so they were shooting.
Nice.
And getting the dunk tank going. Yeah, it's cool.
ADP is pretty decent. There's a few outliers, some values here that the model is just loving, but
okay.
Really picking up some names. But as far as like the first 3 picks, I think that they're pretty legit. Yeah, there goes. Well, actually, that wasn't who I would have expected, but
why you want Cooch here? You want Robertson? You want Hughes?
Man, Robertson is like probably my preference
against some Ducks.
Yeah, Robertson against the Ducks.
He's the man.
Someone needs to tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't it the Ducks and Arizona are just literally sign me up. Just sign me up for anyone playing that. Like,
the Wild should crush, and so should the Dallas Stars.
Mm-hmm. Cooch is in a tough one tonight. That Florida team's good.
Yeah, that's going to be just like a good matchup with those. Yeah, because those two guys, those two.
When
teams.
people think puck, they always just think the Battle of Florida, right? Like,
absolutely, they're always thinking Lightning.
That's what I do. That's the first thing that comes to my mind as a Minnesotan.
Tampa Bay is just sports town. Just
it always has been, right?
Makes no sense. Why are all their teams so goddamn good? No one cares.
I'll tell you why. No state tax. That's why.
then you would think that would translate to the Texas sports, but
yeah, true.
They're waiting on it.
Oh man.
But yeah, that has something to do with it.
There you go, Trevor Zegras, legend.
Wow. Yeah. See, the model's not getting to Zegras. I'll tell you that much.
What? Your model's fucking broken, bud.
Not getting to Zegras.
Yeah. Winger deficient tonight, so that's a good note from the puck streets.
Yeah, we like green. We like green early.
Yeah, we got to get
nothing like pissing green, huh?
But there's some value here. We got some value that we can wait on. If we want
music to my ears.
All right, let's see here.
Does Hintz play on the same line as him? He must.
Honestly,
What
he's
about
not very high
What about
in the
Zebenjad?
model, but go ahead and take him.
Zinabajad. How do you pronounce that, dude?
Sabinajad?
Yeah, that
Zabinajad.
guy.
We like him. We like Zabinajad,
Okay.
but the correlation there with
That's
Robertson.
fair.
Hints.
That's fair.
With
Still like
Rupee.
Zabinajad as a coming on
Is
the
it
way back.
Rupee or Rope?
What? Who?
His first name. Hints his first name. Like Rupe.
These dudes
or
need to have
Rope?
the pronunciation next to their names. It should be illegal to proceed to go any further without having each person's pronunciation. Like it is
Okay,
legitimately
where's
blasphemy the way that that we're just supposed to figure out how these
stars? Oh yeah, Hints is first line center. He's on the team right there.
He's on the
Let's
team.
go. Hey, and Zabinajad came back. You want Zabinajad here?
We do like Zabinajad. Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, or we
Alright.
could get that green if we need to, but
No, we got a guy. We got a guy.
We got a guy? Okay.
oh, okay, all right. Music again. I love that.
Let me
I love that.
let me put him in the private chat for you.
How many
guys.
hamsters you got? Are they doing okay with it? You said like 500k sims. Like, are they running wild over there? Like,
They're taking a break. They've done their work. They've done their
Okay.
work. Models
Alright.
models finished. Outputs have been spit. And
well, what happens if you get one change? They have to get right back on.
Yep. Yeah. Any change in the injury report, and those guys are back on the wheels. It's bad.
So, does it? You're doing this all before we get like projected goalies and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, does that matter or anything?
Goalies don't matter. Goalies don't matter. That's what
Yeah.
that's what DJ's for. DJ tells us who's in and who's out. That
I know. I just didn't know if like
we outsource the goalies.
I just didn't know if like them being in or out affects the simulations. No.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. We just completely outsourced to Deej. We need a defender, and that's definitely a bit of a problem.
I got one.
It's
I got
thin
one.
right now, eh?
John
Dougie Hamilton went at fifth.
defenseman.
Who?
You heard it right.
No, I didn't.
John defenseman.
John Warner.
Guy's never played defense in his entire fucking life.
Do we go full Dallas?
It's fine. He's an offensive focused defenseman, baby. We're talking 9 points a night.
I think Miro makes sense.
All right, let's do it.
We got 3 guys. I didn't even have to
Miro,
scroll
he's
down
thin.
off the top page. All on this team. It seems not bad. Seems not bad when I'm looking at.
I'm telling you,
spreadsheet
man.
Over here.
It's just an easy game.
You play goalie? Could put you in there. We could put you in net.
Hey, see, look, there's Miro at the top.
Yeah, look at this little unit right here. PP1 through and through.
Come on now.
Come on now. The other thing we could do here is we can put Chris Kreider on the PP with Sabinajad there. It kind of makes sense.
What about my value pick?
Okay, well, who's your value pick?
Travis Konecny.
Dude, hey Google, stop. Dude, how the
No
fuck
free
did Google
plugs.
just start talking? That was crazy. They're listening to
Because
everything.
Google knew. They heard my Travis Konecny.
Okay, well, we gotta smarten up here for a hot second. Hold on. Travis who?
He's the Philadelphia wing.
This guy?
Yeah.
Dude, his name's Konecny.
Konecny.
Yeah.
The N is the second that N is silent.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Konecny.
The way you say it, like we're supposed
It's
to know.
abysmal ADP. Should be so much higher.
Okay, so Konecny is our sleeper of the night. We like that, huh?
Oh yeah, you can't. He's a tough to fit in on DraftKings. He's pretty expensive.
Okay, interesting.
So I mean, it's just glaring
Value.
Yeah. And
I
sure,
like it.
sure the box scores aren't what you want to see.
Yeah,
Sure.
we want to get the guy. We want to get him low for when he
Sure,
has
he's on
that
the
box score that
third
people are
line.
chasing.
You ever heard buy low, sell high, fellas? Let me put you on
That's
game.
all the model. That's all the model says over
There he is. Look at him, right wing.
There we go. Travis Konecny is our sleeper winger of the night.
And uncorrelated.
Watch his
Or do we correlate
ADP
the goalie?
skyrocket because
Probably not.
because Just watch. Just humor me.
We're moving markets out here.
We kind of are.
Okay, let's take Sorokin because like he's the best handy on planet Earth, I think, and he's just here. And then I don't really care about.
What about
the negative
Igor?
correlation
We don't
of that.
like Igor. I'm cool with that,
Nah.
but Igor's a name that I see it now.
They're saying that. They're saying wait for the Islanders. They're saying Varlamov. Varlamov is starting for.
Oh
Sorokin?
shit.
Oh shit!
Shit.
Oh fuck!
None of those guys are starting.
No, Igor.
What?
Yeah,
You guys
Halak
not
is
starting either?
Halak is or Halak.
Oh my god, dude! I thought for sure after the All-Star
What's his-
break, I thought this would be so easy. I thought all the starting tendies would just start.
It's Halak. Fuck.
Okay, let's see here.
And
gotta
then, the
skip.
Okay,
other,
so Halak's starting.
and then the other, yeah, right there, the Islanders. Varlamov. I don't know.
Yeah, Simeon Varlamov.
Yeah.
Varlamov. Varlami.
That's on me.
That's
Gurlam.
on me. Yeah, that's on the model. This is why we don't outsource. We need those hamsters back up and running, dude.
Oh,
Man.
god damn it.
Okay, so all right, we got to run that back.
Yeah,
One
we'll
more
get it
puck
sw-
draft.
Huh?
Yeah, I got one more.
We got to run that back. We got a busy day here. We got some other stuff we got to take care of, but we can't go out in a ball of flames like that.
No, well, we're gonna pick a goalie that's actually in the goddamn net this time. Jesus.
TJ already pissed us. Sorokin not playing. We're just getting blown up in the chat.
Yeah, I was on it. You can. I
Oh,
was always.
man.
I mean,
I was
Yeah,
up there.
DJ gave us.
I said, I'm like, we could stack up the goalie for Philly, and he would start Carter Hart. I think that's pretty easy. To
All right, here we go. Now we got DJ.
Yeah.
Let's see if DJ is tailing the model.
Something tells me he's not. But hey, I think he takes Robertson 101 here. I think we were onto something there. I think he takes
I would love that. That would give me so much validation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same. I bet he does too. Just
He's
because
got-
you know
He's
the
got
projections
really
for
good,
that.
really good props. Really good props. What is it? It's four shots and 0.5 goals for the higher lower. So pretty.
Oh, wait. We're saying he has a prop out, or you're doing a prop. You're making.
No, I'm looking at his pick'em.
Oh, it's like I was getting ready to tail up and do this, but
No, he's got 4.0 shots, which is it's you don't see that a lot. That's
oh man, we got actual puck guy Chip Skylark in here. I'm terrified.
Ooh, Jack Hughes is the pick.
yeah. Jack Hughes is
He's popping.
yeah. Devils are heavily favored, and Hughes has a 4.5.
Yeah, they play this
shot.
trash team from
shot line.
Vancouver.
Ooh, the Canucks.
Come on, is that is that even your team?
The Canucks.
Is that actually your team? You
I don't
strike-
think he has
Whoa,
a team. He doesn't.
Christian
He doesn't
White.
wear. Whew,
It says
baby.
he's
All right.
playing.
Let's end
Newbie-
the stream.
Newbie
so
whips
I
out
can
the phone. He's
so I
he's
can start.
done.
I
He's
can just start getting more of them, please. Thank you. Have a great day.
unbelievable.
Watch. So I need to figure out if this sore thumb thing was on his shooting hand, because he's gonna shoot like 4 for 25, end up just doing nothing in the peripherals, just get blown out of the water. And
Taking a defenseman, taking Dougie Hamlin, Chip just lighting money on fire.
wait, Hamlin, does he not have a T in his name? Have I been pronouncing that wrong the entire time?
It's Hamilton.
Oh,
Dougie
okay.
Hamilton.
I screwed that up.
Okay.
No,
This
I
is
was-
an absolute smash. We'll take the Thrill and Robertson.
Yeah, come on, Jesus, guys.
Come on.
I
Are
thought
these guys even puck guys? This is insane. We got the two best players on the slate other than Jack Hughes.
yeah, that
That's-
feels,
that's
that feels
facts.
fantastic.
In a winger deficient market in this economy.
This
Come
is
on,
unbelievable.
He's that's just the nuts.
This is disrespectful to the entire community.
This is 100 dinger entries going right into your bankroll after tonight. Now we need to decide. So
If I win with this lineup tonight, I'm sending DJ Sabres a shirt. That's what we're doing. Sending DJ Sabres a Badge Bro shirt. It'll be in the mail, bud. I'm
He
sending
was
it to
in
him
my
when this
draft
lineup
before,
wins.
and he took Robertson 101, I thought, because
He mixes it up. I see a
Yeah,
name.
Mixing and
I
matching.
think he's just, which is, doing his. A smart person said you cannot take someone's draft for gospel, as they are most likely doing something in a grand scheme of a portfolio. So yeah, but
Many have said.
That exact quote.
yeah, many preach that before they.
Damn you,
before they get up in the
DJ.
morning.
Oh my gosh. See, that's how I know I'm onto something, man. I just put in the private chat Boldy with like 6 Ys. I was feeling Boldy. Damn
I
it.
did see DJ Sabers did tweet out what was it? A pick'em slip or maybe like a props thingy, and he had the over on the goals prop or on the shots prop
Had
for
higher?
Boldy. Higher. Had the higher on the
Oh, of course
the
he did.
shots
Of course he
for
did.
Boldy. Yeah.
What's up with this guy, Braden? We need some purple.
Fractured his left hand.
I think I remember when he did that. I saw that happen, and he immediately like grabbed his hand. I think it might have, unless
It was
I'm
the
not
dunk.
mistaken. Yeah,
Remember?
Mhm.
He did that sick dunk, and then he comes back like 2 possessions later and then slams it again. And it was like, oh, now it's actually hurt.
Yeah, way to go, jackass! Like, all right, I'm guessing Braden Point got taken.
Yeah, Point got
Yeah,
taken.
obviously.
We could do like a Fox Panarin, or we
like
do
Fox.
Hints again. We could do Hints again and pair the Tendy.
I think Fox.
Okay, Fox. We'll take Fox. This is kind of like a hodgepodge team now.
It's all right.
Do we want to?
What to do, Panarin? Oh, we can't. Oh, can we?
Yeah, we can take
do.
3 wings.
But then we kind of. Okay.
Because he's 1 for 1 with it.
Panarin's good value, and it's a name I know.
All right. The Bread Man.
Why? Just because?
Bread.
Oh, did you know in St. Louis they will look at you sideways if you say Panera Bread? They will say what? Because it's St. Louis Bread Co. in St. Louis.
In St. Louis? Oh,
they do not call
that's
it Panera
interesting.
because
So
its
it's like
original
an
name was St. Louis Bread
OG
Co.
company. Okay.
So they're
Yeah.
from it's originated in St. Louis. Is that what
Yeah,
like,
yeah, and they love to not call it Panera. They think they're so cool because they say St. Louis Bread Co.
St. Louis Bread Co. You type in that, and then it just goes Panera Bread Home. Panera
Yes.
Bread.
Yes,
Panera
'cause
Bread.
it's Panera. It's not St. Louis Bread Co. But they love
I
it.
got
St. Louis
you.
Bread Co.
Okay.
Panera Bread locations. I love it.
If you ever meet somebody from the Lou, then you can tell them
From the Lou.
St.
Tell-
Lunatics, baby.
from the Lou, and I'm proud.
Batter up.
So many hits.
What is your guys' high school mascots?
Cardinals?
Cardinals?
Packers.
You were the Packers?
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck. I'm leaving right now. Fucking disgusting. I'm just kidding. That is
it was
really
like
strange.
It was actually a sick like boat with like a cigar out of his mouth, and then they had to change the logo because everyone's soft
Right.
now, so you had to get rid of the cigar.
Yeah, because everybody in the school was smoking cigars, right? Because they saw the
Yeah.
logo and thought he was so cool.
It's a 1 for 1. You know they're doing it.
Yeah.
They see the logo.
So you shit on
But,
John's
like-
mascot. What was yours? Sorry.
No, I only shit on it because it was as a
is
Vikings
weird.
fan, we can't like the word
Yeah.
pack. It's just in our blood. We were the get this ready. We were the Fergus Falls Otters.
The
'Cause
otter.
We're in Ottertail County, so like
Okay,
in the,
works on 2
the big
levels.
county. Yeah, but yeah, we're maroon and gold. Just literally, the good thing is we were literally maroon and gold, just like the Gophers. So
Oh, you guys had dibs on the Golden Gopher colorway. Nice.
yeah. So we had that, and the mighty Otters. Oh man,
That's funny. That's a terrifying.
Yeah, I
animal.
went from being an otter to a beaver.
They just love their what kind of animal is that?
Well, an otter's just
they're
a
not
sea
like
dog. No, just kidding.
They're not like
You know what I mean?
they're not like mammals. Like what the hell? Isn't like a platypus a certain? You know what I mean? It's like that type of animal.
Yeah, an otter is carnivorous mammal in the subfamily of well, it doesn't mean to get that, but yeah, it's a carnivorous mammal and a beaver.
This is a fucking nerd ass show. Is this, guys? What are we
Oh, a
running
beaver
at
is
here?
a large semi-aquatic rodent. Interesting. Not
Wow.
Okay, guys. I think we
Zach.
got to take hints now because he came all the way back and we took him in the 3rd round last time.
No, that's
Brooks
insane.
Robinson.
That's insane.
This is
show,
Value Town.
This
eh?
room does
guy,
not
I'm pretty
respect
sure He's
us.
starting, so we should definitely take him.
All right, now let's take a goalie who's actually playing tonight.
I was thinking Varlamov because the Flyers suck, but like I don't know, maybe we need more shots on goal than the Flyers can produce. So
What about the
really
Devils?
wanna
The
do-
Devils goalie. I know we
he's
need
gone.
shots.
I think
but
he's gone.
no, I just saw
Oh,
him.
shit.
He has a projection. I don't know. At
Which
least
guy?
we know
Which
this
guy? What's his name?
Fuck, I'm going too fast.
Yeah,
There
see,
he is. With a V.
with a V.
It's something with a
We
V.
have a guy with a V. We're good enough.
There you go. Yeah, good enough.
Who the hell was the other goal? The other one we could have done Halak, but I know
There was a guy
Halak
for
sucks.
Arizona with a V. I don't even know if he's starting though.
Oh, you don't want the Arizona goalie.
A lot of
Man,
shots
you
on
know-
goal, baby.
You know
Lot
how
of shots on
how
goal.
unrespected or disrespected Arizona Coyotes players are? Is there's like 3 of them in I think it's Clayton Keller that just used to roll around with his name on his license plate. Like,
That's
what other
embarrassing.
sport? What other sport could you roll around town with like your name on your license plate? Like we were in like Scottsdale, and it's just like Clayton Keller, and it's like Keller 9 on like the back of the truck, and I was like, "There's no way that's actually his car." And then like, sure as shit, he comes out of the car, and we're like, "What the fuck?" Like that's so lame.
To be fair,
But,
I feel like almost every
Keller
hockey player
9.
could do that, and like no one would really like know who they were.
Oh, come
I would-
on.
I would
In
see
certain
Keller
places
9
they would
there.
know for sure.
I would see Keller 9 there, and I would assume that's just like a part of a giant family. Be like, oh yeah, that's just
Yeah, that's the ninth
Yeah.
Keller.
no idea who that guy is.
Oh man. All right, gents, it's been fun. We butchered some more puck names. We didn't draft enough Christian Wood. We are going to the pool party tonight. We are going to be we still got 40 of us hanging out here though, so do me a favor, hit that like button on your way out the door. I haven't even asked yet. Mitch Keller, there you go. Yeah, he
Keller
would be-
9 strong. That's what it means. 9 strong innings from Mitch Keller. How many complete games from Mitch tonight or this season? I'm going to say over under 2.5.
Yeah.
How many complete
Some say it's
games
plus
for-
AP to draft a starting goalie. Oh my god, we're so bad at this.
We'll get a swap, I think, right?
I don't want to be included. I knew for a fact those 2 weren't starting. I did my research.
Good for you,
man.
dude. Anyways.
Yeah. Here's your pat on the back. Go fuck yourself. All right.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh man. All right,
Come
we're gonna be
prepared.
back. We're gonna be back later today on Pete's channel. Check it out. He's doing some DFS stuff first. He's starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll be hopping on 3:45, 4 p.m. ish. Deposit Kingdom. I guess it's just on his Pete Overzet channel. Rest of the day we'll be hanging out in the Deposit Kingdom Discord, talking a little hoops, talking a little puck, not intelligently, but talking. And it'll be fun. Good luck to everybody playing the slate tonight. We're talking football later. We will be back for more and more. I gotta invite that
Bet.
TJ Savers guy.
He's
Sounds
too
great.
offended. I don't think he wants to talk puck with us anymore because of my shenanigans. But we'll see him in the puck thread. So
We'll see him in the puck thread. All right. Anything else, gentlemen?
see you guys in a couple hours or so.
Yeah, we'll see you in a couple hours here.
Yes,
For Numi, for Nez, for myself. Everybody's favorite time on the show. Peace. The end. Hit the wrong button.